Hey everyone, welcome to the Week in DSP. This is for the week of September 2nd, 2019. I'm sorry that this one is almost 2 weeks late, but we can still accomplish two objectives with this video. Number one, still chronicling the mishaps of DSP. And number two, I get more practice with making videos, and this one's going to be short and sweet. The shorter, the easier for me to edit, and the quicker it is for me to upload, so hopefully I'm not weeks behind like I currently am. So this week is a special week for Philip Burnell because it is Cat's birthday, and it occurred on a day that is not his usually scheduled day off. So that means our hardworking streamer is going to take 2 days off this week. So we start the week off with a bunch of gifted subs because we're also at the start of a new month. So that means there's a new sub goal to be obtained. And this month is setting up for Halloween, as it was last year and the year before, that DSP needed a certain number of subs before he would agree to run a Halloween event. Now, I think this was said last year around Christmas time when DSP was running the sub goal for the Christmas event and the possibilities of holiday-themed liquor and DSP dressing up as Santa Claus or whatever else it was going to be, a gaming marathon as well. And it was Soap Queen's comment from last year that made me laugh so hard, which was, I really hope this guy does not reach his sub goal, because that would mean that DSP would spend Christmas with his usual overlay, complaining about slow contributions and lack of interaction, and just doing his regular routine with no lights up or any decorations or anything for the holidays. I mean, imagine paywalling the holiday event is the other thing that's really funny to me too. You should just have the holiday event and naturally see an increase of income, as people just like to throw money as a reward for the event, especially when it's the holiday season. Hey, great costume, Phil, can you do this line since you're dressed up as Deadpool or something like that? But DSP doesn't get into the holiday season until he starts seeing hundreds of dollars come in, and then uses the event as an excuse to beg for even more money. But don't worry, we shortcut a lot of that due to Heaving Earth and a few others gifting 30 subs on these first couple days of September and getting us right to the sub goal right away before there's any chance of a sub drop because of all the gifted subs from the previous month expiring. Now, we're still a couple of days away from about a 30 or 40 sub drop. Also, DSP is now running the same old song and dance he did earlier this year, and that is a tip goal that he's going to run for each stream. Now, the wording of that was intentional. It's a goal for each stream, and it's out of $100 this time, whereas earlier this year was out of $200. DSP wants $100 per stream, so $200 a day, and he only wants tips because this is money he needs right away because he needs to pay his bills before the 15th of the month, because that's when Twitch pays him, and then he can cover the rest of his bills until the end of the month, and then the new month starts, and we're going to be in the same situation again until November, where Phil inevitably will do a state of the stream address and say, hey guys, guess what? It's November, and I haven't saved anything for my taxes. Yet again, big surprise. And then he'll blame Emerald 7 for giving him so much money last year, and now he has to pay taxes on that extra increase of $12,000 that he didn't expect to have. So yes, for each stream, $100. That means he's going to reset it from the day stream to the night stream. So when you tune in for the night stream, for the Minecraft or the Call of Duty, and you didn't watch anything from the day stream, you're going to be greeted with a big fat zero. And it's going to make it look like DSP is in worse financial straits today than usual. DSP acknowledges that the psychology of his viewers, they don't give money if they see Phil already having a lot of money. He blamed Tutankhamun for doing this, for giving him hundreds of dollars a day and then dissuading people from donating their normal scheduled donations, I guess. I suppose it makes sense if you don't sit and try to pick it apart too much. But according to DSP, someone would be ready to give him $10 and then see him with $1,000 and think, oh, DSP really doesn't need this $10. Phil wants you to know that even if he has $1,000 on the tips total, he still needs your $10. He really needs that money. Just ignore every rant he goes on where he says a dollar does not help because it gets transformed into 60 cents before it hits his bank account, and then he has to pay taxes on it. So we finally get to Kat's birthday, and the best part is how Phil addressed it in his chat. There were 2 chat messages, and they're saved here by Emeritus. I really wish I had the precursor questions to DSP to show what he was responding to. But the first one was, there wasn't much of a fun time. We didn't do much because I didn't have any money to do anything. Festivities included eating at Sonic and grocery shopping. Now, what I really want to point out is this is the second day off that Phil took this week. And what Phil always does on his day off, and he even specifically mentioned that he was going to take Labor Day off because he needed to go grocery shopping. He also took grocery shopping on Kat's birthday. So I guess that's a fun way to spend your day off with the wife on her special day once a year, is doing what you usually do on a day off every week. Now, Phil's schedule changed after this week, whereas Monday is no longer his day off. So maybe he justified it in thinking, well, I'm not taking Monday off, so I need groceries to make it until next Thursday, the extra 4 days or whatever. We don't have enough to do it, Kat. But then the part where he says, we ate at Sonic. DSP had been asked earlier, I think during Blackout, where he was going to take Kat on her birthday. And he chastised the person asking the question, saying, he can't tell us that. The trolls, dude, they're gonna find out where I'm going and then they're gonna fuck with us. Like we were gonna SWAT the restaurant or something. But it alludes to the fact that he might have had something or somewhere in mind to take Kat before the day off. But he comes back after the day off and he's gotta, put out the cardboard sign and rattle the tin mug and be like, oh, please tip me. I have no money. I can't make it seem like I did nice things for my wife. Now, DSP didn't do a week-long birthday celebration this year, presumably because he was going to Connecticut to get married. So that was probably why he only limited it to 1 or 2 days. But last year, this dude took a week off for his own birthday. But Kat, his wife, his soulmate, and he called her the soulmate before she even moved in with him. She gets a day of grocery shopping and drive-in food. Not even get out of the car, go in, order, and sit down and have someone wait on you. Not even like a shitty Steak and Shake where they still pretend to wait on your table. We didn't go to the park. We didn't go to the zoo. We didn't go anywhere, is what he's trying to put forth towards his audience. Now, those of us who've been following Phil a little bit longer know that he's always lying. Now, DSP ended the week with begging really hard for Borderlands 3, saying that he might not be able to play it going into next week if he doesn't get enough for it. The other great thing about him complaining about not being able to afford Borderlands 3 is that DSP says that he has no money at the start of the month, so he has to pay all these overdraft fees to his bank. Another fucking thing that doesn't make any sense. DSP is either too lazy to move the due dates for his bills to avoid paying overdraft fees, or he just makes so much money that he doesn't care that he's paying overdraft fees until the check clears. But that seems less likely. DSP does everything for the money except update his stream. So I guess this is another situation where it makes sense if you don't think about it. Just bills, 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 fees, 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 late, 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 pay me now. That's all he wants from you. He just keeps hitting you and repeating it so you don't have time to sit and logically conclude it for yourself that this dude is lying to you as you're drawing out your wallet and typing in your credit card number and hoping to buy him something on PayPal. And maybe he'll give you a shout out. But if this dude's paying daily overdraft fees for 15 days, I mean, what's the cheapest overdraft fee a bank will give you? $20 times 15 is $300. This motherfucker could have bought Borderlands 3 5 times by now if we're to believe that he's overdrawing his account so much. Now, my final moment for this week in DSP was captured by Kama on Kiwi Farms, and it was during the Gears of War campaign where Babyman Gaming asks a question that doesn't seem out of place considering it is the current year 2019. Now, here's Phil's reaction to that cheer.
Babyman Gaming just cheered. So would you consider using gender-neutral language in the chat in order to offend trans and non-binary folks? Yes. Everyone will be it from now on. I will call everyone it.
Feels like we're racking those up out here.
I keep thinking about those.
And Phil's chat, of course, did not like his answer. They confused it with the clown movie. I guess that's a Stephen King movie, I suppose. But I'm honestly shocked that a week later, DSP did not get in trouble for using transphobic language. But it is what it is, I guess. DSP will continue grifting his audience, and Twitch will be a-okay with him calling people its from now on when they want to have gender neutral pronouns. Thank you guys for tuning into This Week in DSP. Again, I'm really sorry that it was super late, but I hope it was still enjoyable, and I hope to see you guys in the next restream or video. I should have another week in DSP for September 9th coming out shortly after this one. See you then.